Welcome back to the workshop, which is also a studio. There's a camera person.
That's me. Hello.
We move things around, don't we?
We try our best to get
You see me at this angle today. Next week might be a different angle. Thank you for being here. My name is Jaco the jeweler. I've been in the trade for many years. We basically take you through some of the stages that we go through in our workshop on a weekly basis. Colored diamond in the center and two pear shapes going down the side. Platinum, which is my favorite metal, constructed rather than cast, handmade as such. Stick around if you want to see how we made this ring. I've got a Marquise stone. I'm looking at the angle of the stone, and then I'm making one piece of platinum, cut that in half, and then I literally just bring the two parts and bring them together like this until the stone fits. So you just move it over each other like that. I've angled the setting. If you're looking from the front, I've angled it so that it matches up with the angle of the ring. So what I've done, once I've soldered it, I went to the ends and I've cut through, but not all the way through, just cut through, pressed it down, cut through, pressed it down until I started angling the setting kind of like a ship shape. I have filed the ends off because I wanted to add those triangular kind of claws, one on either side for the Marquise stone. But before I solder them on, I'm marking a parallel all the way around to split the setting in three parts. One part metal, one opening, and another part metal that's going to be resting on the finger. And then when I get to the point of cutting, I cut only half open, add the claw, and then cut the other half and add the second claw. And that way I'm getting a nice parallel, neat looking setting, which is now finished, and I can move on to the next part, which is the shank of the ring. The shank part was fun. It was flat plate that I put over each other, and I sort of slotted them into each other. I did that by taking half of this section away and half of that section away, so that when you bring them together, you press them down, they slot it in. Now you could do that a couple of ways. You could do that with solid. There's a whole bunch of ways of doing it, but really honestly that is just what I felt like doing. I then soldered the parts that came together, and I made the entire shank. Before I bent it, I made the entire shank flat so that I could attend to everything and also shape it so that when I bend it, that it doesn't distort my shapes. I brought this together, I soldered it as a solid ring minus the setting that I had at the top, and then I spent some time working it off. The thickness, how it gradually goes down towards the bottom, the whole feel of the ring, the softness of the ring, the whole thing was done before I actually brought the setting in. Once I had the basic shape down, I could open it up by merely taking the Marquise setting, putting it on top and just marking where I needed to be, and then cautiously with, I think I used like a carbon disc in this case, because the carbon disc had very much a similar kind of curvature, very similar curvature than the actual setting. So I used the carbon disc to go down and basically seat the setting from the top. When I found that all the points were making contact, I soldered it. Essentially the ring was ready now for the next step, which is bringing the claws in for the 2 side stones. And those are also just fun because it was 2 at the back, 1 in the front, claw settings for pear-shaped stones. It had a nice shape to it, a nice frontal direction, and then the pear shapes really sort of complemented that whole feel.
Like a cross.
Like a cross?
Sort of.
No, more like a spaceship, man.
Yeah, cross, spaceship. I mean, what do you guys think it looks like? Comment below.
Spend a bit of time to refine it afterwards. Set the stones, polish it up. So those 2 claw settings that I created on the edge there, I carve out a little, with a ball phrase, I carve out a little cavity deeper than the point itself. And once the stone rests on top of the little bed that we've created, I bend these over, and then because they're solid, I can cut them off in excess and sort of work them off into the shape that I want. I just find that it works better. The diamonds you would think are indestructible, but they're not. They're very hard, but they're also very brittle, so they quite easily break on the ends over there if you give them too much pressure. We just need to get them to hold and then to press down just slightly. That's why we make the little cavities on the inside over there. It's a safe way to go. It's a Goldsmith's workshop secret tip. Here's the final product. Good fun, platinum, mwah, my favorite. We've got to practice the art of letting go. It's leaving the workshop as we can't keep it. We can't keep the jewellery down.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
We make jewellery, we don't keep jewellery. It's not what we do. We're makers of stuff, not keepers of stuff. So off it goes to the customer. Let us know what you think about this ring. Thank you for sticking with us to the end. If you like what we do, please like, subscribe, all that jazz, yes?
Yes.
And we'll see you next Sunday. Cheers. Thank you for sticking to us.